Booyah! We're live. Did that scare you?
No.
Was you ready?
Good morning, y'all. Or good middle of the day. Well, it's still morning.
Yeah, it's still morning. 11's morning. Yeah. Shit.
How are you guys?
We've been up since the school bus.
Every morning. Yeah.
AKA Brandy.
Yeah, I'm the school bus.
I told her, I said, let him ride the bus. I rode the bus. You ride the bus?
Yeah.
I rode the bus.
You know, I don't know why I take them to school. It's just now it's a habit. So well, not really a habit. They're just used to it. So
yeah,
I take them.
She made a promise. She stuck to it too. And I must say,
what's the promise?
I appreciate it that you would take them to school.
Oh yeah, and I'm never late. I get them there on time. You believe that?
Yeah. She'll be out there, and I'll hear her. I'll hear the horn, and then I'll hear my son upstairs in the bathroom say, "Yeah, man, Saturday night was crazy." I'm like, Chase.
Always the last one out.
Are they out there waiting on you?
Yeah.
Are they?
He knows.
Blows my mind the disregard he has for his mother. I'm gonna have to get in his butt when he gets home today.
Yeah.
Chase, if you're at school watching this, you got it coming, son.
This year it's not too bad. It's 2 schools. Last year it's 3 different schools, 3 kids, 3 drop-offs. Now this year it's only 2.
Only 2.
That's good.
Great. I tell you guys, I was in a pretty good mood this morning up until the Delphi press conference started. And I was watching the live chat.
Yeah, I was too.
On the stream. And it boggles the mind of how people act. I get people are inquisitive and want to know things.
Me too. I was kind of let down, but I knew it was probably for the good, I guess.
I would rather ensure there's somebody held accountable.
Yeah.
Than me know specifics.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people don't understand the trial process or what. They just can't do that. They can't tell you everything they got. And people were also just being disrespectful about wild stuff like the quality of the broadcast. That's not on the police. That's on the news, covering it, and those people.
Yeah.
They can't help. There's no internet. The internet sucks where they're at. People just
disrespectful.
Super disrespectful, man.
Then people are like, "Well, I have a press conference if you're not going to give us any information." They'll say the same thing if they didn't.
They said it should have just been a press release. Well, say they picked press release. I guarantee you then it would have been, what are they dodging questions for?
Yeah. I'm happy they do have somebody. He was charged with 2 counts of murder, so that's great. They have to have pretty good evidence to charge somebody. So. And John had a good point. What did you say? You think it might be a ring, or they're trying to get more evidence?
And Brenda says this here. Brenda says, I get it too, but the one question they should have answered is if there are other suspects at large.
I agree.
Brenda, I think there's a good chance. That's why they made sure and told everybody the tip line was still open. It was still an ongoing process. And if they had anything, to let them know. I feel fairly confident this is tied to something else.
Yeah.
I think that's why they were so discreet with what they did say, because I feel like there's something bigger at large. I still think Keegan Klein's involved too.
Yeah.
And that makes me think there's a ring of some sort.
Yeah. It wasn't just a coincidence they got him out of jail and took him to the spot in the river to point out something. And this happened, weeks before they arrested somebody.
I think it's definitely part of a bigger picture. I really, really do. you know?
Yeah, me too.
Because, and know this, police want to get people off their ass.
Yeah.
So if there's anything they can tell you without jeopardizing the case, they're going to tell you. There's no reason for them not to. It only helps them. So everybody just needs to chill out, give them a chance, and let's see where they go with this. I think there's something bigger at large.
Yeah, I think maybe they got him DNA, maybe or something, linked him to it. Is my thoughts. But yeah, I think that too, because it's no coincidence Keegan Klein was talking to the girls, leading up to the incident.
Wonder if it has to do with Keegan Klein.
I would have to think so. It would have to have something to do with it. That's just too big of a coincidence.
Is the Keegan Klein account talked to them that day? That's fact, right?
Yeah.
I swear, I think maybe they've come upon it. Think about it. There could possibly be like these pedos that work together with social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could be onto something bigger, and I think there's a good chance that's what it could be. I wonder if Dick got recently arrested, and that's how they got fingerprints, maybe. Possibly.
Yeah.
And I did get a shot of dude I want to show y'all. Damn it. Where's it at?
See, it's mostly his face. I wish I could see a whole profile of him. I wonder if there's a picture out there of his whole body, so you can kind of compare. I know.
That don't look like Bridge guy to me.
Yeah.
It could be, though, because you never get a great shot of Bridge guy.
Yeah. I know on his wife's Facebook before she took it down, there's a video of him. One video, but she's coming out from a store and, like sneaked up on him. And he had a blue jacket on, looked just like that blue one.
That dude did?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it looks like him or not.
I can't decide.
I still think maybe there's more than one person. That's why they're hidden different.
Why the
profile or
the sketches were so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Does it look like him?
What do y'all think? Could that be Bridge guy? I don't know. But if you think about how different the sketches were, he definitely don't seem like he's the other sketch.
Oh, yeah. I did know that. He became a registered pharmacy tech back in 2018. So his fingerprints were probably on file because you have to do the fingerprint and stuff. I know when I was a nurse, I had to do that.
Right.
So that's a good point. Yeah, they probably would be on file. So maybe whatever they found still had fingerprints on it, or they connected it. I don't know. Do you think something in the river that long you could get fingerprints off of it?
You would think being underwater that long. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Maybe it's DNA. I know they had DNA. Maybe somehow they linked it to them. Maybe somebody in his family did the DNA thing and figured it out. Linked it.
I tell you though, they didn't give up hardly anything, and I swear that makes me think they're keeping the tip line open too.
Yeah.
And they kind of made it. The feel I got from it wasn't just for tips about him; it was anything that people thought could relate to the case.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like there's still options.
I found this odd too. They were found posed like their bodies and stuff. He would do that. Some sicko.
Yeah. I tell you, some of these people just creep me out.
That's why I don't know. I don't think it's like just a occurrence that just happened that day. I think it was something planned.
No. Danny K says, I think there's more involved in this case. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I think that's definitely why there's two so different looking suspect picks. Yeah. I think that's why I don't think Keegan Klein is just a damn coincidence.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I don't think they got him out of jail and took him to the river for nothing. Right before they arrested somebody. You know?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. And I come back to the landowner that owned the land. He lied about his alibi that day, and the cops said it was a lie. They didn't, they couldn't confirm his story. So
Right.
Who knows how many people were involved? Who knows?
Look who's here.
Who's here?
Hey, everybody, JDTC. I'm sorry I missed your email. Rambling Rome finally shows up. Our alternate.
Better late than never. We might need you again. You never know.
Yeah.
Did y'all like our trivia night?
Any of you guys watch trivia night? If you did, what'd you think? Have any of y'all seen it? I thought it was good.
Yeah. We thought we might have to reschedule, but we found somebody. Thank goodness.
Dazed and Confused saved us.
Yeah. And Ziggy had a fun time. We had a fun time too.
Yeah.
I think we enjoyed it.
Yeah. Mary Grace loved trivia night. Good.
So we have Nana's Angels won the first round. Ziggy, won this last round. Then coming up Wednesday is
Harsh and Cracking Cases.
That'll be a good one. So y'all should definitely watch. Then we have one more match. Then after that, the winners will play each other.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's going to be Nana's Angels and Ziggy. We know that already.
Yeah, playing each other.
In the second round action.
I bet Ziggy's studying up now. And Nana. Who's in here?
Yeah, Brenda, I agree with you.
Yeah, and we didn't do nothing though. We just had to move along because we couldn't cancel nothing that messed everything else up.
It was a good time though. Really.
Yeah, I had fun. We had fun. I think everybody did. The only thing I don't like it's hard to interact with chat, so I do apologize if we can't interact with y'all as much. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's a lot of focus on the game. To
keep it straight, we have to really concentrate because I'm slow in my older years.
Yeah.
Great questions. Learned a lot I didn't know. I tell you what, I really think a lot of the chat members could kick some creator ass from some things. I'm just going to say, because I consider all these people true crime. You should have a wide expanse of knowledge.
Yeah. And maybe after we're done with the creators and everything, we might start doing it, for chat people or our subscribers to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we was thinking about that the other day. I swear, I think next time we do one, we're going to put 4
creators and 4 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of y'all probably know as much or more,
Yeah. Maybe down the road do a chat showdown. Or what we could do was, after we get done with our creator tournament, have a champion creator, then have a viewer tournament and have the viewer champion take on the creator champion.
Yeah, that'd be good. Definitely.
But whoever wins, I'd be talking them into coming on a lot soon.
Yeah.
Can't promise that would work. It might though. Good time. I made a clip. I want y'all to look at it and see. Just tell me if y'all think some of this is a little bit just. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of this. It goes by a little fast. I tried to clip it to where you can see it really good, and just tell me what you think.
All the different responsibilities you have from around the planet today have felt some of that as well. But remember, we're not done. I think what we all have experienced proves that together there's nothing we cannot do. But more importantly, giving of ourselves
They had a press conference just to talk about themselves, LOL.
Giving of ourselves matters more than what we could ever receive.
Do you have a guy or not? Innocent until proven guilty. I'm sorry, but can we get to the prosecutor?
Go in depth.
Crime or code?
That guy, he's very emotional.
On how we live.
I can't believe that.
That police officer that's talking was legitimately upset. The dude, you can tell he cares, and people talking like that.
And he said, I don't think this is a reason to really celebrate, you know?
Someone hand this snot sucker a Kleenex. Nasty.
These people are mean.
This is like a boring lunch. Basically, we get no information. Too much Coke.
I believe in a God.
This is not a press conference. It's a church sermon. It's been years. What
today I believe that same God provided us.
I mean, I'm upset too because there's
God,
more information
really?
that I understand. I would never say.
As sheriff of Carroll County, Indiana.
This is such a waste of time. You can tell it's a small town. Ozzy Osbourne misery. This is like a medal ceremony.
This 5.5-year investigation.
Pat yourselves on the back tour.
Whether it was in an investigative capacity.
But God didn't protect Abby and Libby.
Cards or letters of suggestions or encouragement.
Just how great we are show.
Phone calls. And thousands of other countless ways of communicating.
So they had a press conference to have a church service. Got it.
We prayed for this moment in time.
Okay, get with it. I'm so confused. Where's the update?
We now move forward.
Election time.
The Indiana criminal justice system. Allowing the system to provide its due diligence and process.
I mean, am I the only one that think that's a little uncalled for?
Yeah. I know people are upset, but I always want more information too, but I understand. I don't want to sit there and, dog the law enforcement. They've been working on it, so they can only tell us what they're allowed to.
Perry Garden showed a document last night that said Don Wells was out on bond, which would mean he would have another case pending. That might be the same one I seen that was from last year.
Yeah, we were
on October 31st. Happened to be when something come out on Don.
Yeah, but it was dated last year. He is out, right?
I'm not positive.
Oh. That's what we were looking at, thinking he was out.
We might possibly call the jail and check if nobody knows for sure.
Yeah. Has anybody heard if he's actually out or not?
I think law enforcement needs to be given a break in this case. They've worked on this case for 5 years. Danica, I totally agree. Nobody wants it to take 5 years. Nobody. Okay? I think everybody will agree to that. But the way these people are acting is just awful to me. I think it's disrespectful to the girls. Don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're saying, yes, he's out. Yes, he's out. Yes, Don is out. So he's out.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought if everybody was like, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I was like, well, we'll call. But I think he is.
You think he'll stay low for a while, probably? Maybe for a little bit.
I think he might.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think maybe that's what's going on, and that's why Candace went silent.
If he was smart, he probably would. Yeah.
I think it's strange that Candace popped up again right before he got out. I'm thinking she's definitely in to grab him and haul ass.
Yeah. Maybe they've learned the more they talk, the worse they look. Really. But somebody should still be in the family there for Summer and speaking out for her and want her family and stuff. So, any kind of attention's better than none, really.
I actually hope Don can stay sober and get his act together. I hope he stays away from Candace. Well, that'd probably be the best thing for Don. Definitely would be staying away from Candace.
Some people are just bad for each other, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
and you don't know when to move on. There's just a lot between them two. A lot has happened in that family last year or two.
Yeah, a lot. I tell you what, a lot's been happening this week, it seems like, don't it?
Yeah, this month we found out a lot of stuff.
We got the Delphi arrest.
That's great.
We got Adam Montgomery charged.
Little Harmony, yeah.
Yeah. And we was looking at that early.
And the boy in the suitcase, they found out who he was.
Yeah. I want to show y'all, though, Adam Montgomery has quite the history. I want to show y'all something I found. And since he's recently arrested in jail.
Where he should be.
Yeah.
He's evil. Evil.
And after this, you want to think to yourselves, well, how was he not in jail already?
And how in the heck he have Harmony to begin with?
Yeah, right. The title of it is, He Has a Black Soul. And I would have to agree with that. Adam Montgomery had a troubled past that shadowed about meeting his infant daughter, Harmony. Has shadowed past when he inquired about meeting his infant daughter, Harmony. I'm sorry. He was born to troubled teenage parents and had a personal and family history of incarceration and abuse, arrests for violent crimes. Now, this is the man that the system give Harmony to.
Yeah.
That was the past that shattered Adam Montgomery in 2014 when he inquired from prison about meeting his infant daughter Harmony, who was in the care of the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. See, I didn't know this.
No, me
I thought Crystal Sorey had her until he got her.
Yeah.
Is right? So she apparently didn't have her
either
for a while before that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, according to a damning report released in May by the state's child advocate, was that Montgomery refused to divulge details of his violent history, and no one at DCF fully investigated his background while the agency oversaw Harmony's care. 5 years after DCF began caring for Harmony. So she must have been in DCF her whole life.
Yeah, that's how it sounds.
Almost. Montgomery persuaded a Massachusetts juvenile court to grant him custody of the girl. The consequences of those decisions were fully exposed last Monday when New Hampshire prosecutors announced that the 32-year-old Montgomery killed Harmony, then 5, by repeatedly punching her in the head in Manchester on December 7th, 2019. The announcement confirmed what many had feared since police announced last New Year's Eve that Harmony was missing and hadn't been seen in 2 years. Oh, that's just so disturbing to think about a grown-ass man punching a little 5-year-old girl.
They're even saying on there they didn't know about his background. Why wouldn't they? Really? That's like something you don't overlook.
I have a theory on why some of this slid by. I'll give it to you after this.
Mm-hmm.
Because DCF didn't fully assess Montgomery's background, the agency missed the chance to uncover evidence it could have offered in court to bolster its arguments against granting him custody. Maria Mosades, director of the Massachusetts Office of the Child Advocate and author of the report, said Tuesday. On Thursday, DCF blamed Montgomery for not complying with the agency's requirement for parents to provide information about themselves and their families. So they want you to provide the evidence to them against you.
That's crazy.
How do you think that system's working out? I think a lot of people are being like, oh man, I better go back to high school and get some stuff and juvenile court. And On Thursday, DCF blamed, I'm sorry, but the Globe learned through interviews, court records, and police reports that DCF did not need Montgomery's cooperation to piece together aspects of his personal history because many details had been recorded in public documents used in custody proceedings and criminal prosecutions involving him and his family members. He is a black soul, said a woman who lived near Montgomery in Bedford, New Hampshire, when they were both teenagers in 2007. When Montgomery was 17 and the woman was 15, Montgomery was prosecuted for menacing her with a knife and pleaded guilty in the case, according to New Hampshire court records. I'm thinking that's threatening to cut her up or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even as a teenager, Montgomery was threatening, she said, carrying himself with gritted teeth, clenched fists, and a puffed out chest, and speaking in monotone. Montgomery, who was previously charged with striking Harmony in July 2019, now faced a second-degree murder and other charges in Harmony's death. Her body hasn't been found. On Tuesday, Montgomery waived his arraignment, pleaded not guilty. Court record shows defense lawyers didn't return an email seeking comment. Earlier this month, prosecutor filed court papers that show Montgomery's estranged wife, Kayla, told investigators in June that Montgomery killed Harmony and then encouraged her to lie about the girl's whereabouts. Kayla Montgomery was Harmony's stepmother. The girl was reported missing to authorities last November by her mother, Crystal Sorey, who lost custody of Harmony in 2018 because of substance use and told authorities she last saw her on a video call at Easter 2019, a short time after the girl began living with Montgomery in New Hampshire. Wow.
Yeah. So that's how they solved that case.
So y'all remember when it was a big thing that she was in jail and she was out on like a field trip and they took the refrigerator from the old apartment and all that stuff in, right?
Yeah.
Apparently she spilled in, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so too. Or they probably wouldn't have had enough evidence. So she was probably key. That freezer was key of some kind of evidence stating she's in there to charge him. Probably. But he's a piece of crap. He should never have had custody of that little girl. Never, ever.
No.
I don't get. They should get in trouble. I really believe that. The court system. Something needs to be done. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. But what I was going to say about why I think some of that slipped through is usually if you have a father trying to get custody, you have a mother trying to get custody, and it's a battle between the two. And the mom and the dad, I'm sure, give them all they need to know about each other. Okay? Mom ain't there at the hearings telling them what a piece of shit dad is. That helped miss it.
Probably. Cut them on with it.
Not that I'm saying it is an excuse. It's not. DCF should have called it. But I'm thinking majority of the time when you have these custody issues, you got somebody that definitely is trying to stop the other person.
Yeah. Especially when he was,
because there was a court date.
Right.
It was a hearing, and both of them were notified. It was going to be about Harmony's custody.
Yeah.
Crystal Sorey, Harmony's biological mother, says her story is she had two court dates on the same day. They would not change them. They wouldn't fix it, The courts just told her, listen, you got to be at both of them, whatever. One of them had to do with her ability to stay free, I think, right? It was a charge where she could be put in jail. The other one was custody of Harmony, who, if she didn't make it, Adam would get. She went to the one to keep her butt out of jail and says that it couldn't have been scheduled, nothing to change that. And nobody was there. Adam got custody.
Yeah. And when Adam was charged with punching Harmony the first time, they should have looked into his background. That was the second time they could have went back and looked at his background.
Do y'all know my mama, Kara Kresovich? Yes, we do. Very well.
Who's that?
I'm thinking it's her daughter.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, we know her very well.
You come to visit. Is that the daughter? Son? What's their name?
Kara's the one that I look like her
So,
son that passed. Where's we at? Adam and all that.
mhm.
It's mind-boggling, and it's mind-boggling that I get people. The biological mom was going through substance abuse issues, but to not be able to get somebody looking for that girl under 2 years,
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. I tell you, if anybody needs advice on how to get the police to help you if they're not helping you, you run to the closest news station you can find
Mhm.
and try that. You know.
Yeah.
Especially, and I tell you what, if you have a missing kid and you go to the news and you tell them, look, police won't do shit. It's been a year.
Right.
There's going to have to be some action. There's got to be a way to ring the bell under that.
Yeah, I agree. She said she absolutely loves y'all.
Oh, we love her too.
Yeah.
We like Kara.
She's the daughter, she said.
Welcome, Deanna.
Yes.
But that stuff about Adam Montgomery, it's just all a damn tragedy. I mean, if you looked at this from the outset and just had an overview of his past and seen that he got custody, you could have predicted that this was going to be bad.
Yeah.
Maybe not this bad, but I mean, you would have known Harmony was going to be in danger. The dude was a hothead jackass from everything I have seen about him.
He should have never had any kids around.
No. And not giving him an excuse, but he didn't have it much better either.
Right.
His parents, because that article goes on to tell a lot more, his upbringing was pretty rough in itself.
Yeah.
However, that's no excuse
No.
for a grown-ass man to do that to his daughter.
Yep.
Whatsoever. And I tell you what, I'm glad the stepmom did spill the beans, but how she could have lived with him 1 second after seeing him do that to Harmony, or no,
okay, yeah,
and not be scared to death that she wouldn't be next. I don't get.
Me either.
If you seen a grown man do something that horrific, there's no way as a woman I could feel safe around that guy for a second.
She might have been scared though. Somebody was asking if she was receiving benefits for Harmony. She was, food stamps.
Yeah.
That's what she went to prison or jail for.
That was one of her earlier charges.
So.
But she had another charge too after that.
Yeah, I think so.
Having to do with the weapon shit with Adam or something.
Yeah. And they were mentioning how the little boy in the suitcase, I think his name was Cairo. Is that his name?
Yeah.
How the mom did an exorcism on him, and that's how he died. Do you know that? I heard that. I don't know.
That makes sense considering the post we seen that she put up about that. I could see that.
She said he was possessed by demons. That's crazy. Poor little boy.
Have they caught her yet?
I don't know. Does anybody know if they've caught her?
Oh man, I wish I'd had a picture of her. What we're talking about, there was a little boy found in a suitcase a while back, and he had died of dehydration, and it was really weird because they said he looked like he had been well taken care of. That's what they said. And they went through all the missing kids, and he wasn't reported missing anywhere. Well, they figured that out. They got the mom. Apparently they had fingerprints from inside that suitcase. And
linked her and another woman?
Yeah, but I don't know why it took so long to throw her name out there, unless they were trying to catch her without warning her.
Or maybe they had to ID him so they would know who to match the fingerprints with. Because they didn't know who he was, So.
Well, that wouldn't matter.
They probably didn't.
Fingerprints are on record. You don't have to have nobody's name.
Well, sometimes. But
If the finger, maybe they didn't know they were on the bag.
See, I don't think there's a fingerprint system like CODIS or DNA where they put it in and it matches. I don't think there's anything. Well, there might be, but I don't think it's as good. The fingerprint one.
It just don't make sense why it took so long to put together. Hi, Amanda Pink. We ain't seen you in forever, girl. Where you been?
Hiding.
Laying low. She wrote on her Facebook he had demons in him. Yeah, it was something like that we was talking about that we seen.
Crazy.
And you know, that makes sense. I'm saying there's probably not a lot of evidence saying that's exactly what happened outside of that. But I mean, for the dehydration and stuff, you know, y'all ever,
withholding stuff from them? Maybe, I don't know. But you know, for him to die of that, that's awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know how that lady plays into it either. The other lady.
I think that's probably her girlfriend, if I had to guess. What's up, Killer Looks?
Hey, Killer Looks.
Killer, you got the rough side of the bracket. Jessica, Harsh, Cam.
Yeah.
Not that Nana and Ziggy ain't tough competitors. They both won their early round matches.
Mm-hmm. You show, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll do good though. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be a good time then.
Jessica too.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's who he's got.
Kareem.
Hi, Selena. Morning.
Hey, everybody coming in. Happy Halloween. Trick or treat.
Yeah, that was all. They had already told all that, I think.
What?
About the Delphi stuff. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I wasn't sharing. I don't know what that did to the screen.
You know, I had a bad feeling they would never find who did it. I'm glad they, you know, got somebody. What did you think? Do you think they would have found whoever done it? I had a bad feeling. I didn't think they would.
In Delphi?
Yeah.
No, I felt like they had to with having the evidence we knew they had.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just wondering, when they go to court and stuff, what else is on that video? I would hate to think.
They said it's 40-some seconds, and, you know, we only seen a couple seconds of it. So.
Yeah. And you would have think, like, especially like the part of him walking across the bridge, if there was more of that where that's all it was, I don't know what it would have hurt to have released that.
Yeah.
So,
maybe it wasn't close enough where law enforcement had a good picture of the person. I don't know. Even if it was that long, because it took them forever to finally arrest somebody. So, who knows? A lot of it don't make sense. Like, they had all the records of the chatting back and forth with Keegan Klein and all that at the beginning. I guess they just didn't want to release it to ruin the case. But I don't know. I think they have a lot more that we don't know. In my opinion.
They didn't arrest this. They didn't wait 5 years to arrest this dude.
No.
And not have the case.
Yeah.
They got the case.
They've got, some kind of.
I'm telling y'all, though, I feel like it's because there's more to it.
Yeah.
I really do. I felt so bad for the man who found little Cairo. I do too.
Yeah, he wants justice for him, I can tell.
Did you ever see that guy, man?
Yeah, he was mushroom hunting and found the suitcase.
He was just destroyed.
And I would probably open the suitcase too. Hey, look, somebody lost the suitcase. Let's see what's in here. Oh my God, that would be awful. Poor guy. Poor guy.
You know, I want to say too, if Don is smart, he probably won't go back to being on YouTube.
Right. We'll have to wait and see though.
Because I think it's just a bad mix. If he really wants to try to find Summer and stuff, the best thing he could do is just stay to himself, maybe do a news interview
Yeah, or something
or
here and
something
there.
like that. But I just don't think it's advantageous because I just don't think it is at all for him. Do you?
Yeah, he's told us all he knows, I'm sure.
I don't
Story.
think. Yeah, I don't think it's good for the case either.
Yeah.
Really. That's what I've been worried about with Summer's case, man. Is there's so much shit out there. When we finally do get somebody, I hope all this stuff out in the ether is not going to hurt that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the different conflicting information.
Donnie is released. As far as I know, nobody knows exactly where he's at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure people do know, but they aren't sharing. You know?
Who do you think picked him up? Benny? Candace? Benny and him were pretty tight, right? Before? Was it him and Benny or Benny?
Yeah, him and Benny were talking.
Yeah. I wonder
Maybe.
who's there to pick him up.
I'm saying it was Candace.
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get some.
And I tell you,
He might be done with
I think them two might ghost everybody just to mess with you. You know it?
Yeah, it was wrong.
We'll see. We'll see, you know. I mean, we don't know a ton that's going on behind the scenes, to be quite honest. For all we know, maybe they've left the country. I know a lot of people were talking about last week that there was sightings of movement and stuff up on Ben Hill. I heard there was a fire pit on Ben Hill last night. Really?
You're home, Benny. Let's celebrate. Not Benny. You're home, Donnie. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't get you. Personally, I think Candace was renting that sweet baby and they didn't bring her back. God knows. I think that's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. The part about she wanted to go downstairs could have been she was sent down there, and whoever was down there instead shot out the back door with her. And how could you explain that to police? It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's it is what it is. I'm just saying it's a possibility, and it would kind of make sense because that would be the thing that she's not telling that everybody seems to agree on. Everybody seems to agree that there is something that Candace isn't telling. Could that be it? I've thought of that before, and I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Because there's something.
But with
Right.
law enforcement there, you know, they're not doing nothing. I have a feeling that they don't care, really. Like I said before, they're wanting to focus off of them, so they care less about the case.
Hi, Holly.
What do you think?
Holly's in the house.
Hi, Holly. Good Monday.
Holly, I think you might have been able to take Ziggy or Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
They had a rough night of it.
Yeah, they did good at him, but
It was low scoring affair until the end. And Ziggy whipped that ass in Final Jeopardy.
Ziggy got all the Delphi questions, so she won. Well, she was leading before by how many? 5, 4 or 5.
It was, yeah, she was ahead by like 5. Hey, it was more than that, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
She's ahead by a few going into Final Jeopardy, and Ziggy claimed the board. Just so happened, and I had no idea that she lived in Indiana,
Yeah.
where Delphi's from, and that was one of the categories. So, yep, Ziggy versus Nana in the East bracket. I love it. I think it's like March Madness. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it. You know?
Nana's, is it Nana? Nana? Nana.
You say Nana, I say Nana.
Well, she says Nana, so I'm trying to say it right.
Tomato.
Nana, you better be studying.
Potato. Potato.
Holly, thank you for being on our game. We enjoyed you having you.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you think? Did I take it too far with the press conference? You don't think them people were being extremely just unreasonable?
Yeah, they shouldn't be saying that stuff they did. I was upset too because they didn't give us no information. They could at least tell us maybe how he was arrested or what clues led to his arrest. Like even if it was DNA, like a couple words, that would have been helpful. But
I mean, it's not the police's job to tell everybody.
I know, but this is such a big case, and everybody's been waiting for
before trial.
So long. I like to know.
I was cool with them saying, that they got Richard Allen and it's murder, and that tells me all I need to know.
They wanted to make it more about Abby and Libby, which I understand. They just couldn't give us a lot of information. I think it's an ongoing case, which is good.
I can't never get it. I can't never remember which one it is that has the sister that's been on some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that little girl gets her answer.
I think
and
it's
going to get some justice. She breaks my heart, especially right when it happened, because she was young. 16, 17, I think, right?
And they were showing a picture of the guy they arrested, daughter. Look, she took her pictures, like senior pictures, on that same bridge, and looks just like Libby.
Oh, his daughter, Richard Allen.
Yeah,
took her senior pictures on the bridge.
Looks just like her. But yeah, well, which one's Libby? I get them confused.
I get them confused too. That's why.
Is she the redhead, strawberry blonde one, or the red, or is that Libby?
I don't.
The one I'm talking about, the blonde girl, the blonde one. Why do I get them?
That confused? Is creepy. When was she a senior? Were they rolled?
2018. It was after it happened. Yeah.
Why would you take your senior pictures there after that happened?
I don't know. Somebody got it off Facebook of the mom before they arrested everything.
That's weird. You don't reckon Dad was like, "Hey, let's go shoot him at the bridge"?
He's sick, sicko.
Did y'all know that? That's weird. I mean, you might have to look into that. That's peculiar. That makes you wonder if maybe it was his idea. I don't know why you would. That just seems disrespectful to me after what happened there.
Yeah.
It seems creepy to take your pictures there, even though it wasn't there, but we know that's what it's associated with the most, because, I mean, that's where it started. That is strange. Ain't it?
Yeah. I like to know, once we know everything, I'm going to go back at all these psychics that get their readings on them and see which ones that actually got it right. I've saved a lot of them, because a lot of times they'll go back and erase their readings just to see.
You were saying that one of them had gotten a couple of right recently, though, didn't you? Who was it? Do you remember?
Her name's Blue Willow. It's a smaller channel. She just started on YouTube, but y'all should check her out. She's really good. I asked her to do a reading maybe on Kaylee Jones, and she said she put her on the list, so hopefully she will. Because Kaylee's still out there missing. Nobody's found her. We don't know where she is.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people don't know about her either.
Yeah.
Like one of the popular cases, like Kylie, Rodney, and what else? Oh, Quentin Simon. Poor little Quentin, they still haven't found him, which I thought they would have found him by now.
I'm starting to wonder if he ain't
somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy. And I think that there need more evidence to maybe convict Leilani. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they haven't yet.
There's Kaylee though, guys. She's been missing for months now. She's the one who climbed out her second story bedroom window and hasn't been seen since.
That's what her parents say. But
The parents said that they had taken her computer and her phone and stuff, and they think she had been communicating with people online.
she had gave somebody her address.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other day. What we thought might have happened to her. There's a couple different scenarios, I think.
I think there's a good chance in her case that it could have been one of them
Somebody
web
ruined
of
her.
lies type events where she met the wrong person
Yeah.
and he lured her out. They say her scent stops in the driveway.
Yeah.
My only thing about that is if you are going to pick up a girl who's sneaking out of her house,
It wouldn't be in the driveway.
are you going to pull into the driveway? I'm going to be like, look, if you make it out that second story bedroom window, you can definitely make it about a half mile down the road. Because if you look at where Kaylee lived, he could have, there's woods everywhere.
Yeah, you'd have to drive pretty far to get up the driveway. So, yeah, that's weird now that you say that.
I find it so odd that somebody'd be willing to pull up into the driveways. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just, to me, that
Yeah. Me and John thinks the parents act really strange also. So there might be a chance. You never know. I hate to say this.
I'm not
but
saying the parents have done anything.
They might have.
But you can never rule parents out until they've been ruled out,
Yeah.
because we all know 98% of the time it's parents or legal guardian responsible when a child goes missing.
They sure act like they don't care. She's going to me.
Yeah. I've been trying to get in touch with her friend that I had seen been talking to people, or talk to a few people. That's who I'd like to talk to.
Yeah, me too.
Is somebody that actually knew her, because they have a lady that speaks for the family, but she had never met Kaylee,
Right.
and I don't know how much you can learn that way. It's just gonna be whatever, however they come across to that lady is how they're gonna be represented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe she's out there just trying to hide until she's 18 so she can do whatever she wants. I don't know. I just feel like she might be in trouble though, really.
I feel like it would be nice if there was a lot of people looking for her, because I think there's a good chance she could still be out there.
Yeah. She has autism too, so.
And she needs medicine, which
Yeah.
she isn't getting right now.
And then probably manipulating her would probably be a little bit easier for somebody to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hate if she's.
But she was pretty high functioning.
Yeah.
She held a job,
Yeah.
and like the people she worked with didn't seem to know she had autism.
No.
They just thought she was socially awkward. They said they couldn't put her on the register because she wouldn't talk to people.
Yeah.
Just saw R.A.'s daughter's picture at the bridge. Really weird. His daughter looks a lot like Libby.
Okay, it was Libby. Okay. I was making sure I got the right one. So, she's seen it too, so it's creepy.
That is just super creepy to
Isn't
me
it?
that was done after
Yeah.
what happened there.
Yeah. I did learn, this is on somebody's YouTube, but the neighbor said that law enforcement was digging the burn pit where he burnt stuff in his yard. So probably trying to collect evidence the day before. So the neighbor did say that.
Which one? This one, Holly? Is this the one you're talking about?
What is it?
She said she loved the sign beside Brandy.
Oh, which one?
Not politically correct, just correct. Okay. I think Don Wells talked, and he was right when he said this is bigger than you think. I believe Don Wells is a witness protection program. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Anything is a possibility.
Especially in Hopkins County.
Yeah.
a lot of stuff's coming to the light. Some sickos there.
I tell you, I mean, a lot of y'all know that seen it. Me and Brandy really looked at the numbers, and it's alarming how bad they are. Church Hill is amazing. 6,000 people live there. 32 of them are registered. 31, I'm sorry, are registered offenders. I think people think 31 out of 6,000, that ain't that bad. My Lord, if there's 31 that we know about, there's 31 more for sure we don't, I would almost guarantee.
Yeah, probably.
Or more.
One every 100 people. About how many people's there?
Like 5,998 was there for the 2020 survey. Out of that, 31 are registered offenders. Bad people. That's huge.
That's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot. I would say it's more than double. What do y'all think?
It's very weird though. A lot of law enforcement there has been convicted and arrested. Their history's bad.
Yeah, and there's some weirdness about Sullivan County too. It seems like they have a bit of a back and forth with a few ties that seem odd.
And how Ronnie Lawson's been in office or sheriff so long and nobody runs against them. You know, that's kind of strange to me with his background.
Well, to me, being a Leo, I always want to get the next position wherever I'm working, whatever. I want to move up. You know,
right.
When I start working somewhere, the first thing I think of is what do I got to do to be the next step up and get paid more money?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Does nobody in Hawkins County have
that
desire for advancement? That Ronnie Lawson, who, what positive thing can we associate with Ronnie Lawson?
Nothing I know of.
Chad, help me out. Name something you can say about Ronnie Lawson that's positive. We got time.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's got something. We'll wait.
Nobody's put anything in there. Really. There's nothing.
There's nothing. Why is it? And you know, if I live in Hawkins County, I'm going to be elbowing my buddy and be like, "Look, hey, why don't you run for sheriff, man? This guy sucks. He can't find missing people. He thinks there's no drug problem in Hawkins County.
Right.
Like they've got it whipped. They figured it out. You know?
Yeah.
None of it makes no damn sense. You know? It stresses me out. You know?
Yeah, me too.
I don't even know where to go with that anymore. I mean, it's there's just so much pointing at Hawkins County corruption that it's I don't know what you do about it.
Yeah.
You know, nowhere to go from there, is there?
Nope. Sick.
And you know, let's everybody remember the Delphi case looks like it is solved. So I think we all should rejoice in that they have, well, we won't say it's over till it's over, but we got suspects. I hate how the Harmony thing turned out. It disgusts me. It breaks my heart. But we got an answer.
Yeah, we did.
Hopefully somebody's going to be facing justice in Harmony's case. I'm fairly confident Adam is the right POS.
Oh,
yeah. And I think the one thing about the Delphi case is they didn't run out and arrest the first person that looked good to them.
They got evidence.
Okay. They've had 5 years of people in their ass 24/7. When you going to figure this out? We need answers, blah, blah, blah. And now they've made the arrest. So I think we should rejoice in that because this You know, like
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that would love to have answers in 5 years, because there's people that went the whole lives and never found out what happened. And I just want to think they're doing it the right way to make sure this dude don't get off on no loophole. And I think there's a good chance there's something else going on with this Keegan Klein weirdness. I
Yeah.
just can't think he's a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a bad dude.
Hmm.
You know, it just seems really suspicious that he just coincidentally happened to be talking to him the day that this happened.
Yeah, that's
I think they're on to something bigger. I
yeah, I
really
think so
do.
too. Yeah.
And that's why they were so. It felt like to me. I've never heard them make an arrest and then talk about the tip line still.
Hmm.
Have Have you? I
No.
don't remember that. I'm sure it's happened, but after the arrest, they're still talking about, if you got any tips, and they say it doesn't have to be about dude, about other things to do with this. We were looking for tips. I think there's more to it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Another thing I heard when they were talking about his daughter taking her pictures there, they were saying that Libby's family went after her service to get pictures developed, and he's the one that helped them and gave them to them for free. He didn't charge them. It was him.
thank you, Mary Groves.
Somebody in the family said that.
Run that by me one more time. I'm sorry.
He worked at CVS after the service. Libby, I think it was Libby or Abby's, one of their families went to CVS to get their pictures developed. And he was the one helping them, gave it to them for free, the pictures. It was him.
That was Richard Allen.
Yeah. Actually had interaction with the family.
Do y'all think he's bridge guy?
He might be. I don't know. I like to see him walk.
I can't make out Bridge Guy's face worth a shit in the stuff I've seen. But if you look at Bridge Guy's sketch, it don't look like him that much to me. And see, I think there's more than one person anyway.
Maybe him and Keegan's dad. The dad, I swear the sketch looks more like the dad. Keegan's dad.
I think it could turn out to be, it's like Keegan, his dad,
Yeah.
this dude, and maybe a couple more. Who knows?
Yeah.
That are tied up in this somehow. That's why I think they're being
sick,
the way they are too.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary.
Don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there's more than one.
So guys, just to review the updates before we sign off. Let's, I know the outcome sucks that we didn't find out a ton, but let's be happy that it looks like there's going to be some justice for them girls. Man.
I agree.
That's the most important thing out of all. Not how happy we are with what, law enforcement was able to tell us at the press conference. The most important thing is we should all be grateful that somebody, it looks like, is going to get.
Hey.
Yeah. Somebody's going to pay for what happened to them girls.
And I'm sure we'll get more information later on.
Yeah.
So
that's, there's not a lot of these still going now because Harmony's has been resolved. Mm-hmm. This one's been resolved.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I'm glad that there's going to be some justice for them. I hate that it's taken so long, but I think we should all remember that that's pretty.
They got this sicko off the streets. He was walking around doing whatever for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sicko.
Yeah. But, you're right. Everybody pray for Abby and Libby's families and for the people that loved Harmony.
Yeah. Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. But I still say it's better than never knowing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Everybody that wants to see the showdown in Motown, Harsh versus Cam, 6 o'clock Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, because
it'll be good.
Harsh is in the UK. We had to early it up a little bit. But we'll see you guys Wednesday. Everybody, thanks for coming. Everybody, thanks for modding, Dana, and we'll see you guys Wednesday.
Well, have a good day. Good Halloween.
Yeah, have a good week and happy Halloween. Actually, yeah, we can mention that the whole show.
I did earlier.
I wanted Brandy to dress up. She wouldn't do it.
Eh.
Didn't feel as though it was childish.
No, I didn't. I said I don't know where.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.